Quantity Radio. Hello, everybody, and welcome to another episode of Quantity Radio. If you're not already subscribed to my channel, please subscribe and turn on your notifications so you can know when another dope episode is dropping. I hope everybody's been good today. Talk about my week. I like to talk about how my week has been. It's been pretty good. I've been coasting through all the struggles and trying to balance. It is Libra season, so I've been trying to balance. She's like, we're gonna get to that. Okay, but let me introduce my guest first of all. So we have Miss Janai on today's episode. How you doing?
Hi.
How are you?
I'm doing good.
Doing good. Everything's been going good for you. Your week has been smooth.
Yeah, I was off on break, so it went by pretty quickly.
Okay. So she's had some break time. So she's been grinding. She's been in her bag. She's been getting to it. We're going to introduce you to her products in the next few minutes. So we've been good. And like I said, it's Libra season. So I'm over here trying to really balance out the scale between work-wise, doing the 9 to 5s, being a mom, and on top of that, doing the podcast videos on the side too, which I'm trying to put to the main and get the job out the way. So it's just all about balance right now. And I think I've been doing okay. How would you say you've been doing as far as balancing all the things that you have going on right now?
I've been doing pretty well balancing it. It's been a lot. So I'm a student. I have a job and I have a business. So it's a lot to balance. But I've been balancing it, praying for guidance.
Yes.
And I've been okay, so.
That's good. Oh my God, I swear life is all about balance. Because if you out of balance, I swear like everything just gets like a freaking whirlwind. So you definitely have to learn how to balance yourself and organize yourself. Give us a background on yourself. So you said you're a teacher, you're a student as well, and you have your own business. So give us a background on yourself.
Well, I work with special ed students. So that is where my heart is at. I go to UOP for school psychology. So that takes up a little bit of time. And then I have my natural skincare business because I have psoriasis. A lot of people don't know that. It's kind of like eczema, but the outbreak is a little bit different. You get dryness and you get bumps and it just itches a lot. So that's about what I've been focused on and what I've been doing a little bit more of lately.
Okay. So all that sounds wonderful. I'm glad you've been doing good and you are balanced. And I love your skincare line. Like I really do, especially your sugar scrub. I'm going to show y'all that in a minute because it does wonders for these dry ass feet I be having. So like, wonders I have to use that and make it so soft. But how we met, we met. She like, yes. We met in not even high school. Was it middle school or high school?
No, we met in high school.
High school at Franklin.
Mm-hmm.
Shout out Yellow Jackets. If you ever went to Franklin. So we met at Franklin, was that freshman year, I believe it was?
No. I moved to Stockton my 10th grade year.
Okay, sophomore year. I knew it was one of those, so it was somewhere in the beginning. So we met sophomore year in high school, and we just been knowing each other ever since then. We've always kept in contact with each other, always, congratulate each other on our accomplishments and things like that nature. And we even went to Vegas together. You remember that trip?
Yeah, spring break.
How old were we? Like, I think we was like
21, maybe 22.
I think it was right there, like 21, 22, like just on the verge of being able to like drink and go out and party and have some real fun. So we went to Vegas. We drove from our location. We don't put our location out there, but we drove from where we at to Vegas, which is about 8 hours, 8.5 hours, plus the stops, maybe about 9 hours. Child, feet were swollen. But on the way back, my feet were so...
Well, she drove.
Yeah, I drove.
I rode.
She rode. She had to ride in front. She had motion sickness, car sickness. I'm like, Lord, how we gonna get through this trip? Like, but luckily nobody threw up. She didn't throw up. She was fine. Got to Vegas. We went to, I think we seen Chris Brown at Drea's. Child, first of all, we're gonna set this on camera. We're gonna set this record straight right now. We got left. We got left. We had one car. Okay, so we went out there. We had a rental car, of course. We looking around after the concert is over at Drea's, like, okay, let's meet up with Janai and everybody else so we can go back to the hotel. We tired, voice gone, yelling for Chris Brown. Nowhere to be found. My phone's dead. Could not find them. I'm like, oh my God, they left us. What's going on? Like, I don't know what was going on. We was waiting for a taxi cab and all this. Child. Can we redo Vegas?
We can, but I remember we couldn't find you guys.
We was like,
with the dead phones, and so eventually we left.
Yeah, we was like, everybody, we was just, didn't know, nobody, everybody's phone was dead. So next time we know to bring the little battery pack or have your phone fully charged. At that time, I had like an Android phone, and my phone was going dead like that. So I need to upgrade my phone at the time. But we got iPhones now. We got Apple, so we good. And we're going to redo Vegas. I think I want to plan for that next year. We need to go to Vegas and have some fun, like another girls trip, because it was a girls trip. So, some entrepreneur type business, like-minded people to go with us, have fun, and still be on like a business type too. I think
do a little networking
at events and things like that. So I think that would be pretty dope. So y'all heard it here. We're gonna be in Vegas next year. I don't know when, but we'll let y'all know. We're gonna be in Vegas, so you can come out and network with us as well. So now, you're an entrepreneur and a business owner. How did that come about? Like, what just made you decide to start your own business? Was it you having your skin condition, psoriasis? I have a skin condition too, dermatitis. So that's why I gravitated towards your skincare line as well, because it's for people with sensitive skin. And I deal with dermatitis, which is a form, I want to say of eczema, but really worse. It's like where you get like really dry and red spots on your face, and it kind of flakes up. It looks like dandruff, but it's not. It's really just your skin flaking off, which technically is dandruff, but it's a different type of. So I had to deal with that. So your skincare line, like I was like, oh my God, I'm so glad somebody I know made something that works for me as well too. So I was so happy and super supportive and didn't mind supporting you when it came to that. So what made you want to step out and be on your own?
It was my psoriasis. I was making products for myself. I don't know what exactly triggered it, but when I used Bath and Body Works products, it would make me feel nauseous. I don't know what it had to do with my psoriasis, but I really liked the fruity smell, and then it would make me feel nauseous. So I started like looking all over places for like natural scents to make skincare products out of. So some of the scents, like a lot of the products are fruity, because some scents I just can't find in a natural form. So it's a lot of it is non-hypoallergenic. And so it has no chemicals or anything that a lot of people are allergic to. So I mainly started making it for myself, and I would use it. And one of my coworkers at the school was like, you should make some and start selling it. And that's kind of what made me take off and started selling it.
Oh my God. It's like you had somebody that was like pumping you up, like, you know what, you need to put this out here. This is a good product. You know, it's working for my skin, it's working for your skin. How'd you feel like once you tested it on your skin and it was working? Was it like, oh, like, you know, you were amazed by what you did? Because I would be amazed, like, I just created something, especially you making it on your own and then it actually working for yourself. Like, how was that?
Well, I did a little bit of trial and error, so it wasn't like I figured it out right then and there, but I was excited, like you said, when I found something that worked for my skin, because I have really, really dry skin right here, and then here it's oily. So I have to watch and make sure, I have to watch and make sure I don't put too much oils on it, or I'll start getting pimples and stuff. And a lot of people make skincare products with oil thinking you have to put oil on it and moisturize it, but a lot of the face products that I make don't have oil in them.
And that's what the case that mainly breaks people out. See, I didn't even know that. So that's probably why my skin condition was probably getting a little bit worse when I would use certain products. That's why I would only resort to using water on my face. But I'm like, it didn't feel like my face was getting clean enough, like with just water. I needed some type of, cleanser or scrubber, like to, get all the oils and dirt from the day off of my face. So that's good to know. Her products do not have oil in it, and your skin will be just fine. So I want to talk about a little bit something personal. I know we had kind of touched on it before, through personal conversation, you stating that you've been in foster care before as a child. So I know that's like a very sensitive topic, but you are open to talking about it and to share your experience with that. So I wanted to know how was being in foster care for you as a child, and the effect and impact it had on you, just going through childhood and onto your adulthood and different experiences. How was that for you?
Well, let me take you back. So
take us back.
We started off, I grew up in LA. I was born in Los Angeles. I grew up in the South Central. Both of my parents were from LA. Both of them were wild, wannabe gangbangers. Both of them were like Crips or whatever they want to do. And so they used to sell drugs. They used to really, really be, I guess they called themselves good at it. Mm-hmm. So they had a lot of people in and out the house and stuff like that. One day somebody, I don't know what, they fell out or something happened, and it got reported, and we were taken away from them when we were about 10 or 11 years old. We were never given back to them. So we went from 11 to 18 in foster.
So at that time, did you have any contact with your parents? Not like physical. I know you said you weren't given back to them, but you talked to them on the phone, or did they try to reach out and see, where you and your siblings were?
My dad wasn't allowed. He had too many things in his background and stuff. My mom always kept in contact with us, and she always tried to check where we were at. And the foster care system always just made her go through all these programs and things. Like they had her going to like alcoholic classes, and she was never on alcohol or anything like that. She was all for selling it or whatever, but not doing it. So she was never on anything like that. But she kept in contact, and, we've kept in contact with her. She'll be coming to Stockton the first time next month. She's never been here.
Wow.
So, yeah, she wants to see where we live and what it's like.
So you've always went down there, especially after you turned 18. Did you go travel to LA to see your mom? It was always you going to see her.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so now it's her first time coming up to see you guys and seeing what you're doing, where you're living, and see what her children have accomplished. So you excited for that?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
She could, me and two of my siblings live up here. One lives down there. She just wants to stay out there. That's like her little safe haven, I guess.
Mm-hmm. So would you ever consider moving to Los Angeles? I know you want to relocate. I think we had touched on that before. She was like, we've been in Stockton, and for those of you that don't know, Stockton is it's cool. It's cool, but to like expand, especially when you're doing your entrepreneur thing and you have a business going, it's better to be around a bigger city, I would say. But Stockton, don't get me wrong, Stockton definitely has good people here and good business going on, and good neighborhoods and stuff. So not to downplay Stockton, but when you want to venture out and you want more, you consider relocation. So would you consider relocating to somewhere like Los Angeles?
I would probably relocate to San Diego. Ooh. Not back to LA, because I grew up there and everybody has this hype for it. That's not it. It's not this whole hype everybody thinks. Like everyone automatically thinks, oh, you moved to LA and it's all good. A lot of these people move on the outskirts of LA. They don't live in Los Angeles, right? Because it's kind of expensive. If you just move down there. Now, the people that have been there for a while, they're okay.
Right, because I know LA is really expensive, like you said, so that's why people live on the, outskirts, like, was it like Carson, Burbank, stuff like that, around surrounding areas. San Diego is very nice, though, so I can agree with you on that. They have nice scenery, have business opportunities out there, well for you to grow, so that might be a good move for you, and I'm going to have to come visit you, too. So, you work with children. Did being in foster care have that effect for you that wanted to go out and help children and work with children from you just being in the foster care system? How did that have an impact on you now working with kids today?
Yeah, it made me want to be a children's lawyer to defend children in foster care when they're in court and they're giving their rights or whatever happened, their statements, and they're taking the parents' rights. I wanted to be able to defend the kid for what was best for the kid. But I switched the route to go down to education and special ed, because there's a lot of, like me working now, there's a lot of special ed kids that don't need to be there. There's kids that are being put there for behaviors and all type of stuff that teachers just don't want to deal with. And it takes away from the ones that really need it.
Exactly. And they could be learning at a different pace when they were just, like you said, put in there for behaviors. They don't really have like a learning, a disability. If I think that's correct how I said it. So you coming in and actually stepping in something that you care about, I think that's really dope. And you teaching children and getting to know them and also getting ready to help them with their issues as well. So I commend you on that 100%. And you're going to UOP for psychology. I think that's dope as well, because in high school I was interested in psychology as well. Even now I still am. I like to know how people's minds work. Why do they do something? Like I said, I'm a very curious person, so I want to know, pick your brain and what was your thought process going into psychology?
It's a little bit tricky. You learn a lot about yourself and you learn how not to be biased, but you also learn how to empathize with people from both sides. I go for school psychology, so I'll only be working with K through 12 grades. If I wanted to have a psychology firm or something, that's okay, but it has to be kids since I go for school psychology. But I've watched a few things on Netflix and stuff, and helps really learn about different things with the minds. Like I watch Criminal Minds, and it kind of tells you a little bit inside the killer's head. You're thinking how the person's thinking, and you're also seeing why they go through things. I mainly wanted to go through psychology because a lot of people will take a negative childhood and use it as an excuse or flip it to be a bad person. And I was just like, well, how can I trick my mind to just make everything positive? Because I've always been a positive person. I've never been somebody to say negative to other people.
Okay. I'm gonna have to catch up with you with the psychology side, of course, and that could possibly be another episode if you want to come on and dig deeper into that and let me know everything you learned from psychology, because I'm interested and I want to learn too. But for right now, we're gonna jump into your baby. Your baby that you birthed, okay? Radiant by nature. I am so proud of you. I'm so super proud. I'm like, okay, I see Janai doing her thing. And before you start posting it on Instagram, on your story, I'm like, okay, she got something going on here. And you would post yourself making it. And I just think that was so dope that this is coming from you. You doing this with your hands, your bare hands. This is something that you put a lot of time into, a lot of thought into, a lot of learning that you had to do to create these different conjunctions to make the right product for different skin types. I'm just so proud just to see you doing your own thing and you progressing with it. You didn't stay stagnant. You have, okay, I got, I don't want to get all your products. I'm like, the sugar scrub. Y'all, listen. She forgot to bring some of her stuff today, so I got her back. This is her sugar scrub. Let me tell you something real quick. My feet be dry. I got lotion up and everything put on there to get that silk, soft, baby smooth skin. But this right here, I'm telling you, take a little bit of warm water. I do it in my bathtub. I take a little bit of warm water and I wet my feet, and I just get a little 2-finger scoop and scrub it on my feet, get all that dead skin off, and polish it up. Put that Vaseline. I use a Vaseline lotion mixture afterwards, and I rub it on my feet, and I promise you, my feet be so soft. I'm like, oh my God, I had to call her again. I need 2 jugs of this today. I need it. So we're gonna talk about her scrubs. I had to bring something, but I definitely support you, and I'm proud of you for doing your thing, and I'm ready to see you keep expanding. Let's talk about Radiant by Nature. Tell us about it.
Okay, it's all natural skincare. I have body scrubs, body wash, body butter, bubble bath, floral bath, chapstick, hand sanitizer, face wash, face serum. It's a lot. We have a lot of things that you guys can go check out at the website. It's www.radiantbynature100.com.
Yes. Check her out. What would be one of your favorite products from your lineup?
I use the face serums a lot. I didn't bring one with me today, but you can go on to the website or the Instagram page and see that there's a new texture. They're more of like a lotion-like texture, and it's all organic ingredients. So there's a difference between natural and organic. Organic means no chemicals at all. Natural means it's just grown on earth, which can mean no chemicals either. But organic means it has to be certified organic. You can kind of slap natural onto stuff if you want to, but to call something organic, it has to be legally certified organic.
Okay, so you have all those different products. Where did the name come from? That's what I want to know. I just love it. I'm like, Radiant by Nature. It makes me feel fresh and clean. Like, where'd you come up with the name?
I knew I wanted moisture, since it's about moisturizing the skin with some oils in the scrubs, and then some things that are not oils in the face serums. They're more aloe vera based. But I wanted it to be about moisture, and I just couldn't think of another name. So I put moisture in Google, other names for moisture in Google, and it came out with a list, and I seen Radiant. And I know it's natural, so I was like, ooh, Radiant by Nature.
Ooh, I love it.
Kind of took it and run with it.
I love the name. I was like, oh my gosh, she came with the name. I was like, I'm gonna wait till she's on the podcast to ask her about that. So like I said, my favorite one is the sugar scrub. I definitely want to try the face serums. That is kind of like hydrating your skin.
Yes, I have a rose one that hydrates your skin, and then I have a turmeric one. It's a vitamin C. It has turmeric, and then it had orange peel that was infused into the serum, and it helps with the dark spots. So like, I have a habit for popping pimples if I get a pimple from eating too much sugar. So I popped a pimple like right here between my eyes, and I had to apply the serum for like probably about 3 or 4 weeks to get it to lift the colors. And so I just do not like pimples. I'll get a habit of popping them if I get one, but I like candy. So I have to use something to lift the dark spots. So I have one for hydrating and one for dark spots.
And what is the texture for that, for the serum? Is it like, you said like a lotion type?
A lotion cream feel. I know a lot of them, they have the oils with the dropper. I had my serum in that kind of glass jar with a dropper, and it looked like the other oils, but I took it out of that one because a lot of people was confusing it with oil, and it's 80% aloe vera. It's not much oil in it at all.
Okay. So that's good to have something for those dark spots, because I get them too. As you said, I like to eat sugar. I'm cutting back now. But when you do eat a lot of it, especially when that time of the month comes for us women, and we start craving all the chocolates and the sugar and stuff like that, then I'll start to notice I get like little breakouts like on this area side of my face. So I definitely need to purchase some of that from you. And what would be a product you would recommend for me? I know I said I had dermatitis, so that's like dealing with the patches of red, flaky skin on my face. Sometimes if I don't control it, I have a medicated ointment that the doctor prescribed for me, and that works too. But it's also a steroid, so you don't use it like that. I only use it when things get like, okay, it's out of control right now. Then I put that on. But something just to maintain my skin's balance in between time, I would love to use one of your products that would help with like that kind of like dry patchiness on my face.
I would recommend the rose serum. It's white. It looks white when you apply it. It goes on skin color. It's natural. And I would say if you had breakouts, I know the steroids can sometimes help with the pain. So sometimes you could, like, if you wanted to, after you use some of it, put a little bit of the steroid, squeeze it in there and shake it up. You could always add stuff to make it better. I always try to add ingredients to make it better. So since it's not directly, I don't know exactly your skin like what happens with your skin. I just know that you get the dry spots. I would say you could start off by just using the serum itself, and then if it's not strong enough, add the cream to it. Mm-hmm.
Okay, definitely. I'll be doing that. Go on the website and purchasing. Tell me about all the hard work you've put in to get here, to have your business blooming how it is now. You have your website up. I mean, I know you started off already, so you were still selling products before you had your website. Just by people calling you or texting you, or you put it out there. Hey, can I get this? Can I get that? And it got so big to where you had to create a website. Okay, I'm gonna just direct you to my website. Like, what did you have to do to get to this point in your business?
I did a lot of advertising because trying to get family and people close to you to support you is crazy. Like, they never want to support you in the way. They just want to see the benefits of it when you're done.
Why do you think that is? Let's touch on that real quick. Why do you think that is?
Well, I tell my best friend, I tell him all the time, a lot of people want you to do okay in life. They just don't want you better than them. They don't want, look what he has. And then there's some people, like, at the end of the day, I don't care what I have in life. I'm never going to flash it in people's faces, or I'm always going to be helpful. Like, I've been extremely helpful. It was kind of a slap in the face. Like, there's been a friend who was struggling, and I paid a deposit for her to move into an apartment. She's never shared a post of my business. She's never bought anything. She's never even liked a post that I posted. So how I said, getting people to support you in the beginning, even the people closest to you, is hard. So go after the strangers. Like, go after people you don't know. They don't see what you have, and they're not in your pockets to calculate. They just want to support you. Now, people around you, a lot of them see what you have. They're in your pockets. They're counting, and that's not what you want.
And then they decide when it's
convenient support. Like, when she's struggling, I'll buy something, but while she's doing okay, I'll just go to the store and buy some body wash from there.
Exactly.
And put money in their pockets, opposed to maybe her being a little bit. So you just got to block it out. You got to go to the strangers. I went, and my cards, I printed out thousands of cards. Anytime somebody went out of town, I was always like, oh, can I go with you? Like, my sister went to Fairfield to fill out some paperwork. She's trying to buy a house. And I know a little bit about real estate, so I told her a little bit about foreclosures and stuff, so she took me. But when I was done with my portion of their little meeting, I left, and I went outside, and I put my little business cards on the cars. So sometime I'll do it in the airport. I'll just put business cards everywhere, and someone may not check it, right then and there, but they'll come a month later and buy something. So you have to do a lot of advertising yourself. Like, the main thing is advertising, getting it out there.
And staying consistent with it as well, right? As far as making the product, the ingredients that had to go into it, how did you figure that out? Like, you had to, of course, trial and error, had to test out different things. Did you know, like, what type of scent you wanted? Or, how did you come together with finding the right ingredients to work right? It's like kind of like being a scientist, like almost. So you have to figure out what ingredients to go. This is going to be for the face serum. This is going to be for the sugar scrub. This is going to be for the body butter. So how did you figure out how to put all those ingredients in?
I looked up stuff on the internet that was good for skin. So, like, things that was really, really good for your face, things that was good for your body, things to exfoliate. So I did a lot of research on the internet about things that were good for skin. And I just knew I wanted to make my products different from other people's products. So I looked at some products like that they sell in stores and stuff. And I kind of look at the back of the label, and I was like, I don't want my products to be oil based. That's when I swapped and used aloe vera. So it was a lot of like researching the different products that are really, really good for skin. Like shea butter is a lot of the time too heavy to go on the face. Yeah. So if you do not heat shea butter to a certain temperature past 400 degrees, then it is too heavy to go on your face. So it blocks your pores. So a better oil for that would be coconut oil. And then there's a lot of people that is allergic to coconut oil. So you have to be careful with what you put on the face. My face serums and stuff don't have coconut oil in them. They have basically the main source is aloe vera. And the face serums and a lot of the products so that your skin doesn't get clogged. So I did a lot of looking at YouTube videos, researching different things for the skin. It took a couple years. A lot of people think, boom, I just popped out. Well, I started this in 2016.
Wow.
You can go back on the Instagram page and see stuff from 2016.
So from you working from 2016 to now 2021, and you're full blown out there, got your business together, your website is together, and you on Amazon now. You selling products on Amazon. Look at you, child. Look, I'm trying to tell you, like, Janai is like the blueprint for a successful Black entrepreneur right now. Like, I'm so proud of you. Like, when you told me you were going to put it on Amazon, I was like, this was my face when she said that. And I see that, like, I was just super proud. Like, I could go and put it in my cart now on my Amazon. I can just go and, and purchase it just like that. So that's a super big. Did you have to go through any loops or anything to get into putting it on Amazon?
I did need to, I wanted Amazon to advertise it as I put it on there. So I did show them the amount I made in sales, like just from selling it by myself. And then they do want specific like pictures and products and stuff. And some things can be fulfilled through them, so you can ship it to the warehouse. They'll hold it there and fulfill. They do that a lot with my products, so they don't come directly from me unless you order from the website. Other than that, Amazon fulfills them. But it's not as hard as you would think. You just need to prove that you're kind of going to work to sell the products that you want to put on there, because they're not going to do all the work for you.
Right. Okay. I'm so proud of you, girl. I'm just so... And I have like an Amazon associates link, and so I can promote your product through that link as well and bring people to your Amazon page and to buy products from you. And you could, child, this is so much. We have to really network outside of this podcast. Like, I feel like so we could get some stuff going together and collaborate on some things, because we are just two successful people right now, and I'm manifesting we're gonna be even more successful. So we definitely have to work on that together. Let's talk about relationships a little bit off topic. We're gonna talk about relationships. We're talking about the business side. So, are you single or not?
No, I'm in a relationship. Well, yeah, I'm in a relationship.
What?
So I'm not.
I did not.
She knows I have not been single since basically high school.
No, I did not know, because Janai is like very private. She's very private with the love life. She don't post nothing. Child, you have to ask. You see, I just had to ask her, and I did not know she was in a relationship. How is that?
When they don't act right, you don't publicly post them now, do you? Because sometimes...
I got a little bit of one left, but I need to drink some.
Our brothers could be a little friendly. Our little chocolate men.
Yeah, them chocolate ones that do it too.
We love y'all, but
y'all gotta get y'all act together is what she's saying, sir. So how's that been? Being in a relationship, and so now you're juggling a relationship, business, school, everything going on. How is the love life with all the things you have going on for yourself?
He understands. There's been times where he chose to use that time while I was busy to act out, and he got left. So
I love it. She's our plan. You just let him know, like, babe, I got some business I gotta handle, and is he okay with that? Like, he understands that you're a working business woman. I mean, you say available 24/7, that you like, that really be there all the time.
I really like and have your attention that smell good, and obviously the voice. I don't know. I'm starting to like country accents, or I don't know, just not California accents. Basically, I don't care.
Something different, like,
yeah,
okay,
and somebody who has a goal in life. So if you don't have a goal in life, it doesn't work for me. I will, like, we don't have to go out. It's not something, I don't have to be in a relationship. It's not something that I have to be in. Me and this person have went out off and on for about 9 years.
Yeah.
I've dated a person in between while we were broken up. Mm-hmm. Because, I mean, you're going to have your girls, and let me let you know. They come this way, too.
Okay.
Period. So,
You better get your act together, Mr. Capricorn, because Janai ain't playing with you. So, yes.
But I'm not controlling or none of that. I'm kind of laid back person. I'm not going through text messages or none of that until you show me a reason why. A time before somebody decided they wanted to go through my phone. And I was like, okay. And I wanted to return the favor and found some shit, girl.
So don't be doing that if you want me to go
don't
back.
Don't be looking for something because you're not going to find it. I'm going to find it.
Yeah. She like, I don't play. I love, that's the same energy. I'm giving the same energy you giving me. We're going through phones. Okay, let me see yours.
Mm-hmm.
don't you ready for them games. Okay. So, this has been a great podcast. I'm so thankful to have you on here and just giving everybody your wisdom, your knowledge, and telling people about your business so they can support you. I definitely wanted to bring you on here for that as well because I want everybody to go support her because I believe in her. So y'all trust my judgment, and her products are amazing, like I said, and I admire just your determination. You know, you said you started this in 2016 and here it is 2021 and you're still going and you're still striving and you're still making accomplishments. So consistency is key to everything. So you're very consistent, you're persistent, you know, you didn't give up and you're still here. And also thank you for being supportive to me because you've promoted my podcast and let people know about it and where can we listen at so you can tell somebody else. So that definitely touches my heart. You know, I'm all for queens supporting queens and I just want to thank you and I admire your business mindset. I really do. So once again, thank you for coming on the show.
Thank you. I appreciate being invited and I have this little mindset I'm going to tell you guys about. More Black millionaires. I want to sit at the table with people that look like me. When I get up there, I don't want to be around a bunch of people that don't look like me. So as long as we all keep that mindset and support each other, we'll be okay.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Keep it together and for our people, all for the culture. I'm all about culture and wellness is basically what my podcast is about for the people. So I'm definitely down with that. I want to be sitting at that table with you. Okay.
Definitely.
So yes, tell everybody once again where they can find your products, your Instagram, your website. Tell them.
My Instagram is Radiant by Nature. My website is www.radiantbynature100.com. And you can find them on Amazon also. You can find some of the sugar scrubs, the hand sanitizers, and the body oils on Amazon. The face serums and the face wash will be added within the next couple days. They will be available on the 12th of October on Amazon.
Yes.
Thank you.
Oh my God. Well, thank you so much once again. And we'll be having another podcast session hopefully soon. Make sure you guys subscribe and turn on the notifications for another dope episode. And we'll see you next time on Quantity Radio. Quantity Radio.